go left.
We're on.
Righto.
You get it? Yeah. Jesus, man.
You're gonna have to get the other ones in.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Big Spanish. Oh, good morning, everybody. Oh, there's a mackerel in that boat over there, so that's a good sign. We are out with a spread of Halco lures out this morning, trolling for Spanish mackerel and wahoo in particular. It's late March at the moment, and this time of year in South East Queensland, the water is still nice and warm, where, you know, it's sort of later in the summer season, but the pelagics are still thick. So the Spanish mackerel in particular are usually really good this time of year. So we're out in about 30-35 meters of water this morning, trolling some hard body lures. Now I'll show you our exact lures and rigging at some point throughout the video, but basically we've got a shallow 2 meter diver on that one. We put that out first to get it out of the way. It's out the back. Then we've got a couple of deeper divers, a 6 meter without wire and a 6 meter with wire over this side. So sometimes with the Spanish, those deeper ones are the ones that tend to get hit because they do sit fairly deep in the water column at times. So, you know, that 6 meter depth seems to be good for your hard bodies, well, in our local area anyway. So anyway, we're going to keep going. We've already had a little bit of action, which is good. So you're going to see that now. Then you'll pick up with us again, crossing our fingers for another bite. So let's see what happened earlier this morning when we first started. So as you can see, guys, I've already got 2 lures out on the right side of your screen there, kicking away, and I'm bent over sorting out the third one. Now, it was only in the water for a matter of 90 seconds before it got absolutely smashed. You're gonna have to get the other ones in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna loosen off a little bit. Good job, good job. Don't know. We'll see. Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, yeah. Just watch that braid on your hand. Now it's just over, under and over. Maybe a couple times. Here, stop, 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 stop.
Have you got the knife?
Cut your line, yeah, cut your line. Now pull the lure off. That line has gone over it too, I think, or something. It's off, I think. I thought we'd lost that fish for a second, but it was just charging straight at the boat. Oh no, we got a mackerel, we got a mackerel. Gaff. Just get it in.
That was.
Well, just hold him there because I got no shoes on. He was coming towards us.
Well, that was a bit of a disaster. Jeez.
So, we're going to have a little bit of a talk to the camera about that one. That was almost a disaster.
It was a debacle. That didn't take long.
That was literally, guys, I'm not even kidding, that brown lure was in the water not even 2 minutes. That was about 90 seconds. Okay, we'll hold this up for you and have a chat.
Get the lures back out then talk.
Yeah. So we did put the lures back out straight away, and we couldn't believe how quickly our next bite came. Check this out. That was closest into the boat.
Down deep.
Yeah.
See if I can find all that bait on the bottom again.
Yeah. There should be a track there as well.
Yeah, it looks like we come down that
See
way.
where the point of it is?
Yeah, I gotta go left.
We're on.
Righto.
You get it? Yeah. Jesus, man. Let me just line this in out of your way. You get it? That's on the shallow one. The boat's doing here? Yeah. Grab it. Still there? Coming towards us, mate. Oh.
Bugger, guys, we almost had another one straight away there, but let's take a quick look at the fish that we did land.
So there we go, guys. Halco Laser Pro in the mouth. I'll talk to you about the lures and rigging and everything a little bit later in the video when we're off the water and there's a bit less chaos than what's going on right now. But that is a great fish to start off. Happy with that.
The shallow 2 metre diver got hit again shortly after.
Oh, you might just want to touch loose of that drag, just a touch. Oh, it's a Mac tuna. That's why. Bugger. Just get a photo of that for, yeah, true that. There's another one on the Halco lure there. That's a 2 metre diver. That got hit before by what we think was a Spanish. This time it's just got a Mac tuna. You're not happy? But we need bait today, so perfect. So when we're trolling for mackerel or any pelagics, you are looking for bait. So we are over a patch of reef and you're looking on your sounder for bait all the time. We're trolling at about 6 knots for these Spanish mackerel with these Halco hardbodies, and that's perfect for our sounder to still read. You can see the bottom. Any pinnacles, mackerel can also hang on those. They get a pressure point where the current hits up against it and the mackerel will feed along there. But yeah, any bait that you find, you really want to work that, even if it's down near the bottom. So that's what we're doing today. The other thing you can look for on the sounder is lines. Mackerel show up as squiggly lines stacked on top of each other, or big individual ones. So we're paying attention for that too. And you can always mark areas where you see that and do a few laps over it. So anyway, hopefully we can get another hit here. We're trying.
Bit of bait on the bottom here.
We're on.
You get it.
No, you good.
No, you get it. I got the last one.
Oh, there you go, it's only a tuna. Can you get it?
Yeah.
Right. Hang on tight now.
Why won't it come out? Okay.
There you go. Hopefully that drag's all right. Yeah.
Get me that blue thing in.
Yeah.
These rod cushions make fighting big fish nice and comfortable, especially for Dad who had a double hernia surgery in the past.
You never know, mine felt a bit like that too. Just fight it.
This is a lot bigger fish.
Yeah. Just see where it's going with that other line. Maybe just...
I'll just take it easy.
Yeah. Is it taking line or?
Just hang in there.
Alright.
It's safe, but you're going to have to get that other line.
Yeah.
It's going round under it.
Yeah. Right.
I think, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I'm coming now.
This is a long way out.
Yeah.
You might be able to put it under that one.
I'll see. Are you right where you are?
Yeah. Where's that one going, under or over?
I'll find out. Over. Put this in the rod holder.
Just make sure we don't
Hit another. Yeah. This is a better fish, eh?
get that other rod in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a lot better fish.
Right. Just take your time with it. Did you loosen the drag a tiny bit? Yeah, cool. All right. I'll just leave this out maybe and get a gaff. What do you think?
Yeah.
All good?
Alright, Dom.
Let me feel the drag. Just wait.
That drag felt fine. Dad loosened it off perfectly. We were just really unlucky.
How does that happen?
Now, all of the action you've just seen happened in quite a short time period. However, we ended up going a little while without a bite, and we were actually thinking about moving spots altogether. Suddenly, I saw a school of small tuna on the surface and thought that I'd check them out before we left, and luckily I did, because as soon as we trolled near them, one of the lures went off.
Got it? I'll keep the boat just in gear. Here's your blue thing.
You need to get this right on this side.
Yep, here's your blue thing. You need to come under me. You still got it. Yeah. Be a Spanish, come on. I'm just gonna keep the boat in gear like that, alright? Might be in past this one now. I might just leave this out rather than...
Long one.
No, the long one's in. Oh, I'll just bring it in case. Feel alright?
Get this line.
Yeah. So as you can see, guys, we're just keeping the boat in gear, always making sure there's no one in front of us, of course, and that's just to keep pressure on that line. We lost a few fish a couple months ago from trolling and not having the boat in gear, so hopefully that makes a difference today. Good fish. Oh, head shake, yeah, that's a mackerel, I think. Come around this side if you need. Oh yeah.
Loosen it a bit.
A little bit, mate, just a tiny bit, tiny bit. Should I go neutral?
Is that in neutral?
Now it is. You're right. Just watch him on the prop now and the motor. It's a good fish. Oh, yes, it is. Big Spanish. Oh,
That's better.
that's more like it. Watch him now, watch him. That's a big Spano. That's a proper one. Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Grab the donger out that side there. Cracker, Dad.
Good one on the Halco.
Very nice. That one, no wire, but as you can see, he's hit the back of that lure. The other hooks come around, you got him in the head. And he put up a real battle, especially when he saw the boat, hey?
Yeah.
Right, just roll his back a tiny bit towards you. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Well done, Dad.
That's a bit better.
Whoa. We've got a bit of a mess to attend to. We're going to bleed this one and all that. But we were just saying, whenever we come across a little tuna school, like there's these tiny little mac tuna, like jelly bean size. And when I say jelly bean size, you know, about the size of a tailor. And they're busting up, and as soon as we went near that, that rod went screaming off. We didn't have a hit around any of the other reef for a little while. Went near that tuna school, and it was actually really lucky. We were about to leave, and I said to Dad, oh, there's some tuna there. Do you think we should go and just check it out? as soon as I went around the edge of it, bang, that screamed off, and that is a solid fish. Fish this size would actually be eating those tuna. Very nice. All right, I just put the camera away there for a minute, guys, because we had a fair bit of rain come through. But just a reminder, now with the new bag limits in Queensland, you're only allowed 1 Spanish mackerel per person if you're by yourself, or 2 per boat, no matter how many people you have on board. So now that we've got 2, we're going to move on and try and do something else. It's still only early. It was about 7:45 when we just got that second one. So still got a couple hours to burn. So we're thinking we're going to head out wide, go for a little bit more of a troll, but we're going to target wahoo or dolphin fish or something. So we've got a Def Tack Lures skirt tied on, which I'll talk to you about at the end of the video. And we've got a couple of shallow diving Halcos that dive to 2 meters that we're going to troll a little bit faster out between 50 and 60 meters and try and get a wahoo or something like that. So we'll see how we go. If not, might even have a drop for a snapper, but stay tuned. All right, guys, well, we've come out to try for a snapper quickly before we head in. It's not looking too good so far. We've had a couple of drifts and there's not too much on the sounder. There's a bit of current making it hard, but I thought I'd take the chance to quickly show you these lures that we were trolling. So this one got the first hit. It missed another fish as well. That is, I think it's King Brown color. So that is Halco Laser Pro 190 double deep, I believe. So that goes 6 meters plus. So that one, we got a bit of wire trace on, and this was closest to the boat. So that was the one that got the first one. The wire didn't bother it this time. The next furthest one out is also a 6 meter diver. We've had a lot of hits on this one over the last couple of seasons on Spanish. That's like a more natural color that looks like, well, I think it looks like a yakka, which is one of our natural bait fish here. Once again, 6 meter diver, 190 Laser Pro. And this one that was way out the back, it was a 2 meter diver, a bit shallower. It caught one tuna, I think, and had another hit from a mackerel. There's teeth marks all over it. And that only dives to 2 meters, so a bit shallower. But yeah, we put that one way out the back, and that one's had a couple of hits too. So we went with all the Halco spread. But yeah, the ones that dive to 6 meters plus, or these ones here, seem to get the most hits on the mackerel. We're fishing in anywhere from 30 to 40 meters of water, so sometimes those ones that are just under the surface, the mackerel don't raise all the way up to them, but these ones here, the deeper ones, they definitely get the most hits, I reckon. We got our 2, that's our bag limit, and even if we don't catch another fish now, we're happy with that. Also, yes, I do have a new lucky fishing hat. The old one has been retired. It served me for many years and many fish and many trips, but the Velcro was going on it and all sorts of stuff. So for my birthday, luckily Mum and Dad got me a new one, and Dad's got a matching one too. So we grabbed these at Anaconda, and they're nice and comfy. So hopefully it's as lucky as the last one. Clean up time, guys. Got the Salty Captain going on the motor. We're about to hit the boat with it as well to get all that salt off. So don't forget, you can get 15% off all Salty Captain products that aren't already discounted on their website by using my code WILK15. I'll put it on the screen above. Make sure you write it down and use it for 15% off. As I've said in previous videos, I also get a small kickback, which I put back into these videos for you guys. So I really do appreciate if you use that code. So I hope you guys enjoy the 15% discount. Here's one more look at the 2 fish together. As you can see, I've got a nice school-sized Spanish mackerel, whereas Dad's is a bit bigger, around that 1.2 meter size with a lot more girth. Very nice. Alright guys, well that brings us to the end of the fishing action and the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. For some reason, YouTube seems to hide our videos sometimes. So if you want to see every single one, make sure you've got that notification bell on. Now before I go, I thought I'd quickly talk to you guys about the setups that we were using. Now the heaviest setup that Dad caught his fish on is straight through 40-pound mono. So that's really good for towing those deeper diving lures, because they do have a lot of tension on them when you're trying to pull those through the water at speed. So 40-pound mono is absolutely fine for those. And it's also great for the bigger Spanish mackerel. That stretch in the mono is really great when they do their big head shakes and lunges.
Now the other two setups are simply 30-pound braid with 30-pound monofilament leader, and we run about 3 meters, so you've got a little bit of stretch there because those fish really smash the lures at speed. Now 30-pound is the absolute lightest that I would go when doing this sort of fishing. Firstly, because the big bibs on those 6-meter divers, when you're trolling at speed especially, have a lot of tension on that rod and on your setup. So you need at least 30 pound to even tow those lures around, and that is the bare minimum. The other thing is, as I said, those fish hit really hard, and that sudden tension, if you're using anything lighter, it just snaps. The other thing, just make sure you've got plenty of line on your reels, because these fish obviously pull drag, especially if you hook a really big one or a wahoo or something like that. But at the same time, when you hook them, your boat's still in gear. So they're running one way, your boat's going the other way, and you can run out of line quicker than you would think. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I hope you've really enjoyed the video and picked up a couple of tips to go out and do this yourself while the mackerel is still around. Hopefully we have a few more weeks or even a couple more months of hot mackerel fishing action before the water's too cool. So I'm going to try and get back out there again. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. Thanks so much if you've watched this far. I really appreciate all the support from you guys. Don't forget to use the Salty Captain discount code as well, and check out Halco Lures. They have a great range and they're quite affordable compared to some of the other brands out there. So that's why we love them. Check them out. They're proven, and as you saw in this session, they work a treat. Until next video, guys, tight lines and happy fishing.